you know what? I reckon it's got something to do with curves.
Stefano was saying that actually.
Being on a curve.
He'd read somewhere that they find about 50 bodies a year.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The other body came out there, right? So that one there.
Okay, right, okay.
This one here, right, if there was one. That one over at Deptford and your one down there. And plus, the body in the bag the other day went here. It was just here. September 2010, and on Saturday, whilst walking down the foreshore, I find a jawbone in situ. So I've actually marked this up, and we've come back today to actually dig it up, due to the fact that I'm going to hand you over to Nick now. Nick will tell you what he found about 1,000 foot down that way.
Yeah, down that way, about a kilometre down that way, I found originally found a skull, and then about a year later we went back and recovered the rest of the body. It turned out to be a 12-year-old girl from about 1730, and we got the whole thing out complete. So hopefully today there's going to be a little bit more than the jaw. We've only seen the jaw so far, and we're fingers crossed there's going to be a little bit more of the body. Spoke to Natalie from Thames Discovery. She's not around today, so she's given us permission to do the dig today, and we're going to hopefully recover as much as we can, and then we'll be able to date it and go from there.
Right, what's really interesting about today, yeah, is of course we've got the body hopefully there in situ, but what's really interesting, yeah, is all this around us, yeah, all this mush, yeah, is a Neolithic forest. Now I've seen this at Erith, and I've seen this at Thames. Now Erith, I've had a socketed axe head out of it, and down near Thames itself, yeah, I had a Neolithic femur, so as in a leg bone out of it. So this is all quite a strange setup. Nick's had a couple of bits as well, haven't you?
Yeah, about a couple of years ago I have found a Thames pick, actually, great name, but it was a Mesolithic stone hand axe, so dating from about 4,500 to 9,000 years old, from this very spot here. So I've just picked up a piece of wood that's just come out of this mud. To imagine that could be sort of a similar age is incredible, really. So that also begs the question about our skull. You know, it's actually below the line of this forest bed that we stood on, so imagine that, if that possibly could date from around this time, would be incredible. I doubt it, but it would be quite interesting if it was. So yeah. Tide's going out, so it should be about sort of 10 minutes, I reckon, until we get started.
As you can see, yeah, we have a slight problem at the moment because low tide today is roughly around 12 o'clock. It's now 11:40, and of course, yeah, we still can't see the jaw. So hopefully, yeah, by 12 o'clock, yeah, this is going to clear off. Nick can feel it.
I've got teeth in the jaw, definitely. So it's there, still not been washed out, which is good news.
Right, this is really frustrating, yeah, because of course, yeah, we're now getting closer to the low tide mark. And it's just not happening. Now, we will know, yeah, we're going to be able to get this jaw out for sure, but of course we want to see if the rest of the body's there. Now, the other thing that we're really up against, yeah, is you'll see the clippers going back and forth. The minute these things go back and forth, yeah, there's a wave of about 2-3 foot. Now, if we start digging out, or we start doing something here, and that clipper goes by, I tell you, we are going to be shanked.
That's the problem we had on the last dig we did, was an absolute nightmare with boats coming in and out, literally picking up bones as we're pulling them out, just washing them out of our hands. So yeah, it's another concern really. So everything is against us this morning. It really is. It's a bit of a shame, but we're going to do our best. See what we can get.
There we have a lung. Which way do you think it runs in? That way?
I don't know, maybe. Actually, no, that's the bottom of the jaw there.
Yeah, it's going to go that way, isn't it?
I don't know, to me the jaw's doing that. So if that's the bottom of the jaw like that, then the rest of it's that way.
You want this way?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So that's the other thing you've got to point out, yeah, was the rest of the skull here. So we've got the lower jaw at the moment.
I'm just gonna stick my fingers right down.
So as these rocks go back and forth on, you know, 2 tides a day, you know, maybe this knocked the top of the skull off, and that's hence why we're left with the jaw. And this is another reason why we've got to come back today, or at some point, yeah, to get the rest of the body, because it will just disappear. There'll be nothing there left at all. I've just noticed another bone coming out of here.
Yeah.
And of course, this is hopefully it's going to run this way or this way. and all of a sudden, yeah, you can see the bone here. Now, the clipper's just going by here, so I'm going to stay here for the minute, and you can see the problem we're up against. You see this, Nick? Look.
Yeah, that's what Steph found the other day.
Was it?
Yeah.
It's got a ridge on it, so it's human.
Okay.
It's definitely human. So now, yeah, we're just going to prove this point that, yes, we're getting close to it. Probably 4 inches underneath there, yeah, is the jawbone. We've got this other bone coming up here. Now imagine, yeah, if we, I don't know, say give us another 10 minutes and this kind of thing happens.
Ah! Like that. So there's the jaw. Adult teeth, kids' teeth? I've got no idea.
I think that's adult.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, yeah, they're really worn down at the back here as well.
They're one, aren't they? Look, she's got hairy teeth. She.
As you can see, yeah, we've dug everything out, yeah, there's nobody here. So we've got, you know, there's a couple of reasons why it could be here. I've noticed down there's revetment strengtheners, and of course revetments are backfilled with rubbish. So as it's just come off the land or whatever, yeah, and that's why it's behind the revetment, due to the fact that there must have been a revetment here. We've got another bone here, and as you can see, yeah, there's a sharp ridge on it. So normally, yeah, with a sharp ridge on, I actually think, yeah, that's probably human as well. So that's all we've got out of this whole dig is this tomb. Any ideas of why this would be here?
Yeah, it could have just somehow become sort of fallen off the body at some point, floated down, just stuck in the mud at some point. You know, it's not to say that the rest of the body's not here somewhere. We just didn't find it today. There's always quite a few of our crew down here. You never know, the rest of it might pop up at some point, but so far that's all we've got. I'm not sure if what we've got so far is going to be enough to do a carbon-14 test, but I'm going to take this up to NASA at Thames Discovery in a short while, and maybe we might be able to do some tests and find out the age of this, but at the moment it's still a mystery.
What is interesting though is the size of it. I mean,
it's huge, isn't it?
The size of that beast now. You look at this, yeah, compared to say my jaw, yeah, well it's going to fit lower down, yeah, but that's a big jaw, a really big jaw. So, you know, was this Mesolithic man, was this Neolithic man, or was this just somebody that died maybe 200 years ago, you know, we don't know.
So the ridge means, you know, potentially it could be human. Human bones generally have a ridge on them, so just along the top there.
Well, what's really important about today is of course we informed the police and we informed the Thames Discovery Project. They actually gave us permission to come down here and do this, thinking that maybe it was just only the jawbone, which of course we've proven. So if ever you find a body anywhere really, yeah, of course just ring the police and they will do, you know, what's needed to be done. So that's what's really good about today, yeah, was, yes, yeah, we've come down here today and we've had a jawbone, some human bones, but you never know what you're going to get down here, and that's why it's so good to come down on the old foreshore.
Absolutely.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah, it's good fun. We have a good laugh. We, you know, take the mickey out of each other.
You can see up your trouser leg.
Well, there we go.
Yeah, there's not much up there.
There's not much up there. But yeah, no, we have a good laugh. It's good fun. Oh, look, stay there. There's a button down there. Nice phone button there, just while I'm talking to you. But no, we have lots of fun down here. But it's also a slightly serious element to what we do. When we find things like this, we have a responsibility, and obviously we record everything that we find, goes to the museum, because that's at the end of the day is the most important thing, that all these artefacts that we're finding, you know, we're not just sticking them in our pockets and sticking them on eBay, you know, everything gets recorded, so it benefits everybody else really, as well as it's good fun, we have an enjoyable time. Yeah, it's good, isn't it?
And you get to wear Canadian fireman's trousers, is that right,
Absolutely.
Steve?
You get to get covered in mud, you get to get really dirty hands, it gets everywhere, my socks are soaking wet, my boots are filled up with water about 20 times a day, but we're back again as soon as we can.